ouch, ouch, kitty cat, ouch, 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 kitty cat, ouch, 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 kitty cat. She wants to use me as a pincushion.
I wanted to take a moment here to remind our home viewers here who are watching the show on whatever device that they have that you are watching Mostly Fictional Tales. I am your host, Rathgar, also known as Ken, and with me today is Greg Washington, Jazz Festival aficionado, and one of my greatest friends.
Thank you. Well, Ken, you sound like you are really grounded in listening to music. And the expression I point out, there's only one type of music, and that's called good music. That's something that Duke Ellington said. He was a band leader, one of the very famous band leaders. So you sound like you're in the club. You're in the club.
I'm enough in the club to know when I hear good stuff to hang on to that, and to know when there's a style of music that I might not be particularly a fan of, but is thematically perfect for an entertainment vehicle or something like that, where it's something that just because it doesn't always speak to you, but it takes this moment that is being told on screen and magnifying it in a way that sound only can. It's this thing we can't put our fingers on, and it's so very incredibly special to our lives. And it sometimes I think about the history of music, and that music has been part of humanity ever since we could pick up something and bang it on another rock, one rock against another, and of course, one guy thinks he's clever, and he's not going to take the rocks like what everybody else does. He's going to take a stick, and he's going to bang on the rock too, and he's strange, he's experimental.
Ken.
There's that kind of primal, that Flintstones type of idea about how music was delivered to people. I'm thinking about somebody who would be living out on the prairie, back in the 1860s or whatever. They've got a small plot of land. They're trying, but they've gone years without actually having heard music, and I'm just trying. How does somebody how does that hit somebody's brain that way when they don't have music for so long? I don't know.
Can I hit you with something?
Yeah.
What you said is not true.
No.
It's not true. No, it's not at all.
Okay.
What was the very first musical instrument?
I'm going to guess it's the whistle.
It's the human voice.
It's the hey, it's easy. All you need to do is put your lips together and blow.
And the guy out on the prairie, he's singing to himself, or someone singing to him. So music is it's all over the place. It's ubiquitous. And it's in all forms and all types of instruments. So I just thought I'd throw that in there, by the way, just because you're talking about...
what you've made me think of here is that, no, these people out on the prairie, they didn't necessarily have zero music. They always had their voice, is what you're saying.
That's good. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think you've turned it around for me. It is now no longer this thing where I was thinking like, oh, these people had no music. No, but just wondering how special it would be in those kind of times of that somebody who is the traveling musician is somebody that's going to generate buzz in a small community, and people are going to say, hey, let's hear what this guy has got. He's only here for the weekend,
Yeah.
Yeah. The traveling musician is. I have no ability to make things that sound good. I personally seem to have a bit of tone deafness, where I know there are different notes and different pitches. I can't tell if I am making a particular pitch or not. Within probably a range of about 50% of accuracy. So that's really bad. That's really bad. So almost half the time I am not singing on an agreed upon key, because I don't know how to make that key.
Ken, I got some more good news for you.
Oh,
I got some more good news for you.
I hope so, because I'll tell you, I need good news. I need good news.
The bottom line is good music moves the body, the feet, the body, the shoulders, the eyes, the head. And when you hit a chord that really is, or hit an experience that you hear, you listen to good music, even if you're singing to yourself or whistling to yourself, your body's moving. I like all kinds of music.
You like good music.
I like good music. I like good music because if it's good music, if it's hillbilly, if it's country and western, if it's jazz, if it's classical, if it's sung properly, like Bobby McFerrin, who'd sing "Be Happy," I love it.
A little side thing that you mentioned there. I'm not a big fan of hillbilly music, but I am a big fan of this one bluegrass band called the Dead South. They're called the Dead South, and it's a four guys that play banjo, guitar, stand-up cello, stand-up bass, and they do the classic thing. The classic thing. One of their songs just it plays over and over in my head, and it's a song that's called "In Hell I'll Be in Good Company."
Let me give you a story about the banjo. The banjo was an African instrument. It originated in Africa. Yep. And we want to listen to Bella Fleck, who is a very famous banjo player, and he tells a story that he was infected with the love for a banjo by watching the Beverly Hillbillies, and from that on he took it into bluegrass and took it into all the different genres of a banjo being played. It's a very loud instrument, by the way. It needs amplification.
Oh yeah, Steve Martin is famous for the banjo.
Yeah.
It's just got such a lovely voice. It's not an instrument that is that is good for all situations, but man, does it have a distinctive voice and is so fun.
It's got to be played carefully, because once you start playing it, once a player starts playing it, there are very few breaks that they can walk in and introduce another different flavor to the banjo. Mm-hmm. Once you start playing it, you got to keep on playing it.
Oh, it almost seems like the banjo demands that you just keep going. Just keep going, buddy. We're having fun, aren't we? Oh yes, we're having fun. That seems like that. Like if you could personify a banjo, that to me seems like what a banjo is. It's like, hey, we're gonna have fun here. We're having fun. And he's got to laugh like that.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to know more about that group you're talking about, by the way.
Oh yeah. The Dead South. One of their they did a really well filmed cover of a classic like frontier song. Don't Take My Sunshine Away.
You're my sunshine, my only sunshine.
My only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did this hauntingly sad and beautiful rendition of it. I like their music, and I never expected to say that about any bluegrass ever, because I'm not a big fan of country music, but I really like them.
Only one type of music, Ken. I keep on saying, good music.
It's good music.
I gotta go. Ken, I love what you do. I love what you do. You do a great job. You're very creative, and you put it together, and you made jazz work for me today, because you got me re-excited about what I was already excited about.
Well, there's that. Well, today on Mostly Fictional Tales, we have chatted far and wide about jazz music, and I hope you all enjoyed what we did here. If you like what we've done, and you need to see us do more of it, you can help out in a couple different ways. You can like, share, and subscribe on this video. It will mean the world to me. But if you're a real difference maker, you gotta head over onto Patreon. The link is in the description below. I cannot do this without you. Rathgar here once again, reminding you all, you be good, But if you can't be good, don't be caught.